This is another Chinese elm that I'm going to start with the Peter Adams fast trunk method, but I'm going to go full out and do it the way he recommends in his book. I'm not going to take any shortcuts. So, find the surface root, get rid of the weeds, don't see any mealybugs or slugs, just some sow bugs. They're not going to cause me any grief, at least not right now. I think I have enough dead organic material for them to eat for a while. So I want to make a really tiny informal upright using the Peter Adams fast trunk method. Oh, that looked like a cutworm. So I have really, really dense root flare all around this tree. It's one of the rare times I get to see something like this. It does not always happen when you root cuttings. Alright, so I'm going to remove the bottom of this root ball. Got enough pieces in here that I could probably start another tree. And I'm going to show you what some of those look like in another video. So I'll comb that out. And what I'm going to do is eliminate anything that's not helping with the potential design of the tree. So I have some roots that have become entangled. One that was making a left turn. I'm going to give this a swish. Take a look at this root flare. Wow. You don't get to do that very often. So, here's the thing that's going to kill some of you. I'm going to risk my good tool on the root, and I just have too many roots. So I'm going to clean this up. Several of them here. I'm going to keep the big one in the middle. Eliminate the little one. That one's split. So we'll keep a backup root. Now back here, that one is in an interesting spot. I think I like it. I'm not sure. This one might be in a better spot. There. Alright, so that's going to give me a nice spread. Now, that being said, where's the front of the tree? I think this wants to be the front of the tree. There was a cut made there, but with the Peter Adams method, I would go for a diagonal planting, and I would cut just above a bud. Now, that's already built in. I could go even shorter. I could go down to here. If I plant this on an angle, then I can put a tiny little wire on that. So I can't even stop myself from taking shortcuts. I can always remove material. That's the easy part. Growing it back where you want, that's the tough part. So do I want to plant it like that? Or do I want to plant it like that? I'm going to hide that scar in the back, even though that's not necessarily what Mr. Adams had in mind. Alright, now this needs to go in a bulb type pan. So I think I'm going to make a decision between a 5-inch and a 6-inch. That's some difference, huh? The 5-inch bulb pan will restrict the amount of growth I get out of the tree and prevent it from going too crazy, but it will present me with a problem when it comes to keeping it watered, so it'll have to go in one of my sand trays. Or I could put it in a 6-inch pot, which will let it grow crazily, well, more vigorously than in a 5-inch. And I won't have to put it in a sand tray, and I won't have to worry about it. So, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to go for the 6-inch because I'm lazy. And I'm going to have a sand tray video coming up next week, so you'll have a chance to see what I do there. I've already done the sand tray video before, but I figured time to do a follow-up so you can see what happens after a year. Okay, I want to firm up this mound. I want to plant the tree, hiding the scar in the back. Now that root here is trying to pop up. So I'll take one of my many scraps of wire and pin the roots into the positions that I want. That's why I never throw out my wire scraps. You never know when one is going to come in handy. And then I have a couple in the front here. Get some soil under them. I will comb them out. Found the best nail brush at AutoZone, so if you're worried about dirt under your fingernails and trying to get it out, I recommend for $1.75 grab it from AutoZone. Bed Bath & Beyond doesn't have anything like it. So, roots are pinned down, soil is firmed up. I just need to look at this planting angle, make sure it's where I want. I'm going to give it a little more of an incline, and then a really, really small amount of slow release fertilizer, less than a teaspoon. And then we'll put this in a warm spot where it can continue to develop its roots. Could wire that down, but I'm too lazy, so I'm not going to. So, this is a spot where you're supposed to say like, subscribe, comment, question, etc. Feel free to leave me a note. Tell me what you want to see, if anything. And the most important thing is for you to go out and play with your trees.